V8-powered Volkswagen Beetle hot rod. Price: $20,501. Mileage: 38 miles. Location: Florida, USA. Transforming the classic Volkswagen Beetle into a high-octane hot rod, this build combines vintage charm with raw muscle. A 350ci Chevy V8 roars under the hood, sending power to the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual and a quick-change rear end, while the modified steel Beetle body sits on a custom ZD frame with a drilled dropped front axle and rear ladder bars. Painted in metallic green with tri-bar headlights and a rear-mounted fuel tank, it rides on 15-inch weld racing wheels wrapped in Mickey Thompson tires. Inside, bomber-style bucket seats and aluminum panels create a sleek cockpit, complete with lap belts, roll bars, and odometer gauges. This Beetle isn't just a showpiece. It's a street-ready powerhouse, blending hot rod tradition with modern performance upgrades for an exhilarating ride and an unforgettable presence at every car meet. 1936 Chevrolet pickup. Price: $57,999. Mileage: 300 miles. Location: Colorado, USA. This 1936 Chevrolet pickup has been transformed into a jaw-dropping street rod, blending classic style with modern performance. The steel cab was extensively modified, stretched 12 inches, widened 6 inches, and chopped 7 inches, then coated in a stunning pearl orange finish with 5 layers of House of Colors clear. Mounted on a custom Art Morrison mandrel-bent tubular steel frame, it features a cantilevered 4-link rear suspension with remote reservoir shocks, coilovers, and 6,061 aluminum pivot arms. Power comes from a supercharged 540ci V8 built on a Dart Big M block with Brodix heads, a comp cam's roller cam, and an 8-71 TBS blower feeding Holley EFI. The transmission is a TH400 upgraded with a race-ready valve body and billet torque converter, sending torque to a Ford 9 rear with Eaton TrueTrack differential. Inside, the cabin dazzles with two-tone leather, an Outlaw X shifter, odometer gauges, locker pedals, and a Trinity steering wheel on an Idiot tilt column. 1931 Chevrolet 5-window coupe. Price: $15,250. Mileage: 3,500 miles. Location: Colorado, USA. Step into a piece of automotive history with this 1931 Chevrolet 5-window coupe, lovingly cared for by the same family for 30 years. The classic steel body gleams in purple with multicolor pinstriping and a sleek black roof, accented by chrome headlight buckets, tinted glass, and dual exhaust outlet. Beneath the hood, a supercharged 400ci Chevrolet V8 roars to life through dual Holley carburetors and lake-style headers, delivering thrilling performance to a 12-bolt rear via a TH350 3-speed automatic. The chassis blends classic charm with modern precision. Front disc brakes, coil-sprung rear suspension, hairpin radius rods, and Rocket Racing 15 wheels with big and little tires provide control and stance. Inside, the cockpit exudes hot rod sophistication with gray and purple bucket seats, a Weld racing steering wheel, engine turn dash, overhead console, and a Pioneer CD player. Every detail, from locker shifters to an aluminum battery box in the trunk, showcases careful craftsmanship. 1937 Chevrolet Coupe Street Rod. Price: $37,250. Mileage: 58,200 miles. Location: North Dakota, USA. Ignite your passion for classic American hot rods with this jaw-dropping 1937 Chevrolet Coupe, a masterful street rod built on a fabricated steel chassis and finished in a bold orange with black and silver pinstriping. Its fiberglass body features a chopped roofline, a single-piece forward-tilting clamshell, shaved doors and trunk with remote poppers, and flush-mounted LED taillights, blending vintage charm with modern hot rod flair. Under the hood, a supercharged 454 Ci V8 bursts with power, equipped with a Wind blower, Holly Demon carburetor, Eagle crankshaft, and Melling high-volume oil pump, feeding a TH400 3-speed automatic and 9 rear end for smooth, exhilarating power delivery. The chassis boasts independent front suspension, 4-link rear setup, adjustable coilovers, power steering, front disc brakes, and staggered billet specialties 15 wheels wrapped in Firestone and Hoosier tires, giving it both commanding stance and precise handling. 1928 Chevrolet Coupe Hot Rod. Price: $47,000. Location: Texas, USA. A wild mix of art, attitude, and raw mechanical muscle, this custom-built 1928 Chevrolet Coupe Hot Rod is a handcrafted, patina-rich machine powered by a thunderous 496 Ci V8 topped with an Enderle 8-stack mechanical fuel injection system and snarling Zumi headers. Built on a fabricated tubular steel frame, the chopped and channeled steel body carries purposeful rust, exposed welds, dents, and a raked roof accented with an acrylic filler panel and a vintage visor, giving it an unmistakable outlaw presence. Inside, aluminum and copper panels, bomber-style seats, embossed leather, whiskey-themed decor, and a towering shifter create a cockpit that feels straight out of a rat rod fever dream. A TH400 automatic with a 2,000 revolutions per minute stall converter sends power to a 9-inch rear end with a spool, while a suicide front suspension with a drilled drop axle, twisted radius rods, big and little tires, and rear discs emphasize its raw, mechanical personality. 1932 Studebaker Rockne Model 65 Hot Rod. Price: $53,000. Mileage: 361 miles. Location: Denver, Colorado, radiating both attitude and artistry. This 1932 Studebaker Rockne 3-window coupe hot rod blends vintage coachwork with modern muscle in a way few builds can match. Wrapped in a deep green finish and paired with a synergy green leather interior, the car has a show-ready presence that feels custom from every angle. Beneath that classic silhouette sits a monstrous 496 CID Rollercam V8 paired with a TH400 automatic, delivering explosive torque, smooth shifts, and the kind of power that makes this coupe feel alive the moment you hit the throttle. Comfort hasn't been forgotten either. Air conditioning, power windows, power seats, tilt wheel, and power brakes bring everyday usability to a car built for excitement. Custom aluminum wheels and performance radials complete the stance, while seatbelts, AM/FM radio, and clean cabin detailing make the car as enjoyable to drive as it is to show. Elegant, aggressive, and engineered for pure enjoyment, this Rockne coupe is a fully finished hot rod that delivers modern performance inside timeless 1930s style. 1933 Factory 5 Racing Hot Rod Coupe. Price: $31,000. Mileage: 6,400 miles. Location: United States. A striking blend of modern engineering and vintage hot rod attitude, this Factory 533 Hot Rod Coupe delivers fuel-injected power from a 5.0L Ford the 5th 8 paired with an EOD 4-speed automatic and a limited-slip 8.8 rear end for smooth, confident performance on any cruise. The hand-laid composite body, finished in deep black with green pinstriping, sits atop a powder-coated tubular chassis with independent front suspension, a triangulated 4-link rear setup, Koni coilovers, and 4-wheel disc brakes for sharp, precise handling. Inside, the black cabin feels purpose-built, featuring bucket seats, a center console, air conditioning, a locker shifter, Simpson lap belts, and odometer gauges, all wrapped in a clean, functional layout. Louvered hood panels, polished trim, wire wheels, staggered tires, and rumbling side exit exhaust give it unmistakable hot rod presence. With modern EFI reliability, comfortable street manners, and custom craftsmanship throughout, this 33 Coupe is a fully sorted, show-ready machine that delivers the perfect mix of style, sound, and seat-of-the-pants excitement. 1934 Ford 3-window supercharged Hemi hot rod. Price: $129,995. Mileage: 44 miles. Location: Phoenix, Arizona. Aggressive, polished, and built to dominate the show circuit, this 1934 Ford 3-window is a freshly completed, 44-mile supercharged Hemi masterpiece that blends iconic hot rod proportions with modern engineering and striking craftsmanship. Beneath its chopped, vibrant red fiberglass body sits a supercharged 354 Ci Hemi V8 topped with dual QFT carburetors, a Mooneyham blower, and a BDS scoop, delivering brutal power with unmistakable attitude. A 700R4 automatic backs the engine, while Willwood disc brakes, drilled and slotted rotors, chrome suspension components, and an Indy-style rear setup with QA1 coilovers make it as capable as it is stunning. Inside, a saddle brown diamond-stitched interior, suede headliner, billet controls, cold AUC, power windows, and a tilt chrome column create a luxurious cockpit that complements the car's wild exterior presence. 1933 Ford Factory 533 Hot Rod Coupe. Price: $75,000. Mileage: 850 miles. Location: California, USA. This Factory 533 Hot Rod Coupe blends modern performance with vintage attitude, built originally in 2012 by the Auto Shop in Vermont and Crown Street Rodder magazines, Best Ford in a Ford in 2015. Its composite 3-window body gleams in orange metal flake with a pearl effect, mounted to a tubular steel chassis equipped with independent front suspension, a 3-link rear setup, Koni adjustable coilovers, Willwood disc brakes, electric power steering, and staggered 17-inch/18 alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Super Sport. Under the hood sits Ford's legendary 5.0-liter Coyote V8, breathing through tubular headers and a polished stainless dual exhaust, paired with a C4 automatic transmission and a Denny's aluminum driveshaft for crisp power delivery. Inside, the coupe features a fully finished brown leather cabin with vintage air climate control, Dakota digital gauges, a Kenwood touchscreen with navigation and backup camera, power windows. 1932 Zipper Motors Coupe, Hot Rod. Price, $10,000. Mileage, 278 miles. Location, Virginia, USA. Hand-built over 3 years and styled with classic hot rod character, this 1932 Zipper Motors Coupe pairs lightweight fiberglass bodywork with a custom-fabricated steel frame to create a unique 5-window street rod with modern drivability. Finished in bold red with white striping, it features concealed headlights, rear hinge doors, a sliding canvas sunroof, a bright grille insert, LED lighting, and a steamer-style trunk wrapped in alligator skin accents. Inside, the coupe delivers a comfortable, vintage-meets-custom feel with beige cloth upholstery, including the dash and steering wheel, contrasted by red carpeting, digital gauges, a tilt column, power windows, and a center console with a cup holder and bright red shifter knob. Power comes from a 2.8-liter GM V6 equipped with an aftermarket cam and Holley carburetor, cooled by an electric fan aluminum radiator, and paired with a Tremec 5-speed manual that sends power to a C4 Corvette rear assembly. 1932 Ford Roadster Highboy. Price, $23,750. Mileage, 12,000 miles. Location, California, USA. A bold blend of classic hot rod attitude and show car character, this 1932 Ford Roadster Highboy combines steel and fiberglass bodywork dressed in deep purple paint, orange flames, and green pinstriping for a true vintage-style standout. Under the louvered hood sits a 350ci crate V8 topped with an Edelbrock carburetor and aluminum intake, backed by MSD ignition, ceramic-coated headers, and a dual exhaust with bullet mufflers for that unmistakable growl. A 3-speed automatic feeds a painted-to-match 9-inch rear end, while a chrome drop axle with a 4-bar setup, rear coilovers, and power front disc brakes deliver confident road manners. Inside, the cabin continues the theme with purple vinyl and cloth, matching carpets, a bench seat, locker shifter and pedals, lap belts, and a color-matched dash fitted with aftermarket gauges. Riding on classic 15-inch torque thrust wheels with a big and little tire setup, this longtime family-owned California Roadster captures the spirit of traditional hot rodding, simple, striking, and built to turn heads everywhere it rumbles. 1932 Ford Victoria Hot Rod. Price, $33,501. Mileage, 7,000 miles. Location, Phoenix, Arizona. Brimming with brute force and polished showcar flair, this 32 Ford Victoria Hot Rod stands tall with a Downs fiberglass body draped in metallic red paint and accented by hand-laid graphics and pinstriping. Beneath the open engine bay sits a thunderous 572 CI-ZZ 572 big block topped with a Holly Demon carb and matched to a TH350 automatic and a Posey-equipped 9-inch rear, delivering effortless torque and that unmistakable old-school roar. Willwood discs, coilovers on all four corners, rack and pinion steering, and staggered Boyd's wheels ensure the chassis is just as serious as the powerplant. Inside, the gray-upholstered cabin blends comfort and classic hot rod attitude with digital gauges, a billet wheel, power windows, and a locker shifter. Clean, powerful, and purpose-built, this Victoria captures everything people love about modern hot rods built on timeless 32 Ford style. 1939 Chevrolet Business Coupe Street Rod. Price: $38,000. Mileage: 12,000 miles. Location: United States. Reimagined from the ground up, this 1939 Chevrolet Business Coupe Street Rod blends vintage curves with modern muscle, wrapped in mesmerizing glazurate rainbow color shift paint that flips colors under the sun like a hologram. The smoothed steel body, shaved handles, reverse doors with solenoid poppers, tucked bumpers, custom grille, and smoked glass give it a sleek, almost futuristic presence. Underneath, the upgrades go even deeper. An independent front suspension, 4-link rear, adjustable coilovers, power steering, Budnick wheels, and power-assisted disc brakes up front make it drive like a far newer performance car. Motivating it is a fuel-injected 5.7L LT1 V8 paired with a 700R4 automatic and a 9-inch rear with 3.70 gears, delivering reliable punch and effortless cruising. Inside, the gray leather cabin mixes hot rod craftsmanship with comfort, featuring oak trim, vintage air, VDO gauges, Dakota digital remotes. Ford T-Bucket Hot Rod. Price: $25,000. Mileage: 11,000 miles. Location: United States. Blending classic hot rod attitude with a show-quality finish, this Ford T-Bucket stands out with its bright yellow fiberglass body set over a custom steel-reinforced frame and polished mirror-finished underside. It's powered by a stout 350 Ci small-block Chevy V8 fitted with Edelbrock heads, a gear drive cam, an Edelbrock Performer intake, MSD ignition, a bug catcher scoop, and Sanderson Zumi headers that deliver an unmistakable soundtrack. Backing it is a turbo 350 automatic and an 8 3/4-inch Mopar rear running 3.55 gears for lively street manners. The stance comes from Chrome Team 3 wheels wrapped in big Mickey Thompson S/RS, paired with a chrome drop axle, transverse leaf springs, front disc brakes, and polished suspension hardware. Inside, the black tuck-and-roll leather cabin keeps the old-school vibe alive with a chrome wheel, VDO gauges, lap belts, and an 8-ball shifter. Built by the seller's father in 1999 to 2000 and refined with a fresh engine install in 2020, this 23-titled T-Bucket is a clean, eye-catching, and spirited hot rod ready for cruise nights and sunny weekend runs.